I can't recall any of my personal friends having polio, although there was a boy at school a year older than I am who wore calipers on his leg, and I realise now he must have suffered from polio. I do remember when I was a young boy going to my doctor's surgery and getting vaccinated against polio, but these are the only personal childhood recollections I have of polio. I must confess it was only when Rotary got involved in 1985 and made the promise to the world that the polio virus would be eradicated from the face of the earth. It is now 2010 and we have not managed it yet, but we will manage it. But it is still endemic in 4 countries: India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Nigeria. I think the problems are slightly different in each of these 4 countries. In India, it's just weight of numbers. I was told, and I could hardly believe the figures, that in one of the 2 endemic states in India, and it's only endemic in India in the 2 northern states, UP and Bihar, that each month in UP, 500,000 children are born. So really, you've got to run fast even to stand still so far as the vaccination is concerned. I personally have been involved in 2 national immunization days, one in India and one in Nigeria. In India, I was taken out to a remote village, and it was wonderful to see the school children lined up waiting for the vaccination, all in their school uniforms, the girls with white blouses and skirts and the boys with the white shirts and trousers, just waiting in the sun, and waited there for a while until they received their vaccination. And also mothers with babies in their arms waiting for these 2 drops. In Nigeria, it is only endemic basically in the northern part of Nigeria. And of course, in Nigeria, in that part of Nigeria, no males can go into the house to administer the vaccine. What concerned me slightly in Nigeria was that, say, there were 5 children in the household and there was only 3 children there. We were missing the other 2, so they had to go back and make sure that the other 2 received the vaccine. And they put a chalk mark on the door once they had done so. Rotary has spent, I think, or all the agencies involved with Rotary, about 6 million in the eradication campaign. But if we don't eradicate polio, it's going to cost us much more. People say, you're 99% of the way there. Can you not call it a day? But I like to think that almost is not good enough. It's got to be there, because it can only be a plane ride away. It has happened in certain countries. It has been exported, if I can use that word, from Nigeria to Niger and other countries in Africa. And I think there was a case in Bulgaria here not very long ago. It's not endemic. I'm going to Bulgaria after I leave here in Hungary. It just shows you that it can come back again if it is not cleared. It is difficult sometimes to explain to Rotarians in the developed parts of the world that they should be involved in the eradication of polio, because they will tell you there are many other diseases that kill people more than polio does. But I say, my answer to that is, I say in 1985, we as Rotarians gave our word that we would eradicate polio. So that is what is at stake so far as I'm concerned. It's our good word. And people are beginning to realize that we're going to manage it, because we have received from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation $355 million on the basis that by 2012 we will raise $200 million. And at this moment we have raised about 110 million. So Rotarians have been contributing, despite the fact that in many of the developed countries now polio is almost something of the past.